This question is asked in GATE 2014. A relation is containing all these attributes, and these are the FDs. Now they are asking what is the key for relation for R. Okay. So one thing is they have used a different kind of representation, like they had this curly braces, and within that they have kept some commas. It actually means EF can determine G, right? So I have just taken this question for you to understand the way they have given the question, right? So understand this, it is nothing but one other way of giving the FDs, and moreover they are saying that the key is E comma F. So they don't mean that it is actually two different keys E and F. Because the wording is what is the key for R. From that wording you should understand that they are not talking about they are not talking about E and F as individual keys. They wanted to say E and F, both attributes combined together, they are talking about it. And here also E, F and H, these three attributes combined together, they are talking about it, right? Here also E, F, H, K, L, and last one is E, right? So again the same method, you can take each option and you can find out the closure and you can guess which one is the answer, right? That is one method. And the other method is, as I said, we know that I don't know what the key is, but whatever is the key, if I find the closure of it, I am supposed to get all of them. What are they? E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, right? I am supposed to get all these attributes. So one way to get all these attributes is from the left side I can get some of them, and I can derive the remaining by using the right hand side. So what are the things that I could derive from the right hand side, provided that I have already all this left hand side is, one is G I can derive. I am not saying that for every possibility I'll derive it, provided that I have the attributes which are on the left side completely, I can derive them, right? Okay, G I can derive, and I and J I can derive, right? And K and L I can derive, and M I can derive, N I can derive. So what are the remaining? E, F and H. So these three attributes I may not be able to derive them, right? So what should happen then? These three attributes should definitely be on the left side, right? So what are they? E, F and H. So these three should definitely be on the left side, which means whatever key you are coming up with, they should definitely include E, F and H. Along with that, they may contain more if required in case of candidate key. If you want it to be the minimal, right, try to include only the minimum number of attributes which are absolutely required. So E, F and H are definitely required. Let me see only by having E, F and H if I will be able to derive all of them, right? So let me check that, which means I want to see only by having E, F, H as the key if it is possible to derive all of them. In case if I am able to derive all of them using only E, F, H, then definitely E, F, H is going to be the candidate key. Why? Because you cannot delete either E or F or H. Therefore this is the minimal key, so it will be the candidate key, right? Now let's see what happens if I have E, F and H. So one thing is, by having E, F and H, I am already including E, F and H on the right hand side, right? Therefore what are the remaining things that I can get? By getting E and F I can get G, isn't it? And by getting F I can get IJ, right? And by getting E and H I can get K and L, right? And by getting K and L I can get M and N, isn't it? Therefore I think I got everything. E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. I got everything. So this E, F, H is a key, right? It is a key, and moreover it will be a candidate key, because deleting anything from here from them and again getting a key is impossible, because only way to get E, F and H is including E, F and H, right? Therefore this E, F and H is the candidate key. Got it? Now how many other candidate keys will be possible? See, now definitely the attributes, any key which does not contain these three is not going to be a candidate key. Got it? And out of all the keys which contain E, F and H, right, the minimal is E, F and H, right? Every other thing will be, if anything wants to be a super key, it should contain definitely all these, right? Therefore this is the only minimal super key possible. Every super key should definitely contain this, and this is the minimal super key, therefore we get only one candidate key. Then how many super keys are possible? Every super key should definitely include them, E, F and H, so they are already included. Now what are the remaining? All these are remaining, and out of all this you may or may not include any of the attributes, therefore the number of super keys possible will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 power 7 super keys are possible, right? Including this one, isn't it? The number of super keys possible without including this is 2 power 7 minus 1, because one of these combinations will not contain any of this, which means they will contain only E, F and H. Got it? Therefore 128 super keys are possible and one candidate key is possible. Anyway, the question is not about counting, right? So what is the answer? E, F and H is the key, right? And if E, F and H is going to be the key, I think they asked for the key only, right? Let me just check the question one second. The question is in the question they asked for, given the set of the dependencies, what is the key, right? They asked for the key and they didn't mention which key it is, right? So candidate key is going to be this and super key is going to be this, E, F, H. I think the options, C option is going to contain the same thing, right? Option C is E, F, H, KL. I don't know if it is a typing mistake here or they have given EFH. If both of them are going to contain EFH, both of them are qualified to be the key, right? But then if you go according to the concept of candidate key, then it is going to be the candidate key. In general, key means you might get both of them, right? I think they should be asking about the candidate key only. I don't know. For the key, both of them actually satisfies, right? For candidate key, only this one satisfies, right? And for the super key, both of them satisfies. And E and F cannot be the key at all, because they should contain H, and E cannot be the key at all, right? So the answer is B and C, because they are just asking about the key. They are supposed to ask about the candidate key. Okay, fine. So I don't know about it.